वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः मंगलमूर्ति मोरया। ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बप्पा मोरया। गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः मंगल मूर्ति मोरया गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः मंगल मूर्ति मोरया ओम गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धि विनायक नमो नमः अष्ट विनायक नमो नमः
All right. Hello. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, YouTube. Happy full moon. We are, first of all, it is June 25th. We are at 93%, and we will be at 100% in a couple of days. So just to let you guys know, I do have stuff in stock right now for if you guys are wanting to get in on any kind of full moon work. Okay. Hello, Des Loving Life. Hi, beautiful. How are you? And beautiful Muir Bombshell. Yes. Yeah. You know what? I've just been having one of those just very, very amazingly productive days. It's been quite an amazing day. Okay. So I said, let me come on here. I got all of the rest of the readings done that I was supposed to get done. And now I am here to talk to you guys about the full moon. So marry me to all of you guys. Welcome. Just to introduce myself, I am Tarot Queen Jamila. I am a high priestess witch. I do work the craft. These readings that I do, they are not for entertainment purposes. I would never put that on there because they're not. Take them seriously. I take them seriously. So, you know, there's a lot of people, they're like, oh, we're not going to listen. And it's like, well, you don't have to, you know, nobody told you that you had to agree with me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, what's up, fam channel? Hello. So let's go ahead and get some readings done. I got a couple of decks. I think I'm going to, I don't know which deck I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use my new deck. I kind of had that one just hanging out down there. I don't know. It just depends on what I feel like doing. I'm going to throw a couple of cards. Do a universal psychic reading for the full moon. You can definitely see, hello, Leanne Douglas, hello. You can definitely see the effects of the full moon and what it's having on people. So I was talking to you guys about that earlier today. It was like, whoa. And, you know, anybody that is practicing alchemy, because I practice alchemy, you know, I do money spells for people. I do, you know, lottery spells for people, and they do work. So if you guys need to contact me about any prosperity work, removing money blockages, okay, I would be the one to holler at about that. In fact, I was just listening to some Ganesh. That was actually his mantra. I do very well, and that is because I am constantly feeding my spirits. I am constantly giving them offerings. I am constantly thanking them and giving them gratitude. So gratitude, humility, and faith go a very, very, very long way when it comes to manifesting what you want. Okay. So let's have this about this. Money readings are going to be going up on the channel. Okay. So I'm going to be doing some money and career readings. And I've noticed that a lot of people need the money readings and career readings, because if I would have had a Jamila, if I would have had a Tarot Queen Jamila when I was in my 20s, I'd be a millionaire by now. I'd be a millionaire by now if I had somebody like me in my 20s. So some of you are very, very lucky. And even if you're in your 40s or 50s, I was actually talking to somebody today about how my aunt, she didn't get her degree until she was like in her 50s. So it is never, ever, ever too late to improve your life. If somebody tells you, oh, well, don't do anything. Why? Because you never did anything before. Well, how are you going to ever get anything? Like, how do people ever get anything? They have to start with something. So, you know, everybody is not born with a silver spoon in their mouth. I don't think most of us are. So I don't think anybody should be standing in judgment of anyone. That's what I've noticed. I've noticed people wasting way too much energy being judgmental. So let's ask spirits what in general they want to discuss with everybody today universally for this full moon in Capricorn. I can feel the productivity of the Capricorn. I can feel it. And we're in Sagittarius right now. Okay. So, all right, spirit guides, what messages do you have for people in general? Okay. All right, let's see what's going on. I'm going to throw out 3 cards for the general. Okay, 2 of Swords, the Acolyte of Wands in the upright, and then the 6 of Wands in the reverse position. Okay. The 6 of Wands is all about being a leader and not a follower. But then again, it's also don't sacrifice yourself. Don't sacrifice your happiness. The 2 of Swords does represent where a lot of people are at a crossroads right now. A lot of people are choosing between who they were as a child and who they are going to be as an adult. Thank you, Goddess. So many, many, many of you are at a crossroads, and where you're at right now is, do I do what I want to do, or do I do what somebody else wants me to do? Do I go by what my expectations are? Do I set my own expectations, or do I allow someone else to do that? Because with the 6 of Wands being in the inverted position, I kind of feel as though there's a lot of people that are compromising their spiritual path for others, or you're compromising yourself in some kind of way. I feel like the 6 of Wands represents martyrism. Okay. And I wouldn't do that, you know, but let me go ahead and throw out what messages do you have for people about their money? What do you want people to know about their money? Okay, many of you have money blockages. Part of the reason is your inability to be at peace within yourself. And then also spirits are talking about a lack of stable relationships. Love relationships that are very unstable. This is why a lot of people on the planet are upset right now. And hey, Coolie Cat Shawty. And the reason why is because there's so many people that are not seeing the value of being in a stable relationship with a stable partner. Everybody's all confused and mixed up about that. So many of you have those blockages just because you're unstable. And then also a lot of you are sort of stuck in your childhood. You're stuck somewhere between being a child and being an adult. You stuck somewhere in between that. You got the Six of Swords in the reverse position. Again, why are these coming up reversed? So many of you are stuck mentally and physically and spiritually in the past. So these two cards is representing you being stuck in the past, you not having tranquility. Okay. Hey, Kimberly Anderson and Georgia girl. Hello. A lot of you don't really have, a lot of you are stuck somewhere. A lot of you are stuck in a place that is very, very, what's the word that I'm looking for? A place where you don't want to be. So you can possibly use this moon to manifest the things that you want. Spirit guides, what do you want everyone to know about their love life? What messages do you have about love? Okay, what messages do you have about love for everybody, spirits? Way too much jealousy, envy, strife. You know, you're not going to experience love like that. So if you have any kind of emotions inside of you, that, because you see the maiden, the Mother of Cups comes up. So she's talking about your head and your heart. Okay. And then she's also talking about bad, poor communication, abusive communication, lies, scandal. Okay. Five of Wands is in the reverse position. Many of you are dealing with jealousy. Many of you are jealous, or either you are suffering from the jealousy of others. You can't experience love at the same time while experiencing jealousy. You can't do it. This is the opposite of love. So many of you are, you know, a lot of y'all, a lot of people think that a lot of people, their reaction to love is with anger. Yeah. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Mother. Boy, whoever that is, I just wish that they would just go ahead the hell on. Damn. Somebody out there driving crazy and acting like a crazy fool. I'm going to call 911. When I hear cars acting weird like that, I will dial 911 and say, somebody act like they getting ready to plow themselves into a tree. All right, spirit guides, give me some clarity on the Mother of Cups. Okay, so the Sage of Cups comes up in the reverse position. So she's talking about emotional immaturity is one of the things that she's talking about. Many of you are not ready for love at all, at all. Don't even try it until you're ready. Stop trying to even bring love into the equation, because you can't experience love right now. Where and when and how? When you got all this stuff going on, how you going to experience love? Spirit, give me some clarity on the Five of Wands. Clarity on the Five of Wands reversed. Okay, so the Maiden of Wands, which is AKA the Page of Wands. It's negative communication. It's negative communication. Many of you don't know how to communicate like adults. And that's a huge, huge part of the problem, is that many people don't know. Many people are very childish and immature when it comes to your communication. So that's where all of this anger and where you stuck, and then you stuck in the past, because instead of you being an adult, you're being a child. So it's almost like you'll sit up there and you'll just hold your breath. Oh, I'm going to hold my breath like a child. If you don't do what I want, if this doesn't be the way I want it to be, or be exactly the way I want it to be, then I'm going to hold my breath and I'm going to stomp my feet like a baby, like a big crybaby. Well, that's not going to help the situation. Especially if you are a male. This seems like spirits is talking to masculines. Yeah. Spirits is talking to the masculines right here, to the divine masculine. These are all male cards, and these are all female, except for the mother. I'm sorry, the acolyte of wands. What messages is the maiden? Final messages maiden of wands bringing to this reading? Okay. The Eight of Pentacles. You need to grow up. A lot of people need to learn how to build instead of tearing down. There's a lot of people that are tearing down, tearing each other down instead of building yourselves up. That's not going to do anything. That's not going to do anything for you. I mean, that's ridiculous if that's what you do. Me, I don't even deal with that kind of energy. I don't even deal with that kind of energy. Spirits, what's going on with this Sage of Cups reversed? Why is it reversed? Seven of Swords reversed. You don't trust nobody. You're not being trustworthy. You're listening to fake news. You believe whatever somebody tells you. Somebody can just play you and then you just go off the deep end. Many of you are like this. You're easily swayed. You hear about something in the news. For example, 40% of Black children are born out of wedlock. And then all of a sudden, ethnic women, become toilet water, and then you feel like a toilet yourself. And see, that makes no sense. Somebody outside said, what? Right at the same time. What? Yeah. So this is where you'll hear about something and you'll just go with that. Being easily swayed and being weak-minded. Many of you are very, very weak-minded. So you got both sevens. You got the Seven of Wands and then the Seven of Swords. All in the same reading. So that lets me know that a lot of people are afraid to go past. You're afraid to go past what you knew before because you're afraid of people being jealous of you. You're afraid of people judging you. You're afraid of people, not agreeing with you. So you stay stuck like a child so that you don't have to do anything more than what you've done, and you stay stuck in that. Clarity on the Seven of Swords reversed. Three of Cups in the reverse position. So many of you are allowing your negative thoughts and you're allowing negative news to take your joy. You can't help but watch it. You go and you watch it. You go and you watch negative fake news. Sometimes it's real news, sometimes it's fake news, and you just go and watch it. And from there, you cry, we all cry, and damn it, we all gonna cry. So you know, that it steals your joy. You allow it. There are a lot of people that should be celebrating right now. Do they appreciate what the hell they got? No. I know somebody right now that has everything. And this fool don't appreciate nothing. Probably because he doesn't feel that he deserves it. You guys allow that fake BS to ruin your joy and your happiness. Thank you, Goddess. Ooh, that's going to come into fruition quickly. I'm doing some spell work over there, y'all. Many of you cannot get past where you're at. And the reason why is because, number one, you don't know what you want and you can't even say what you want. So you don't speak what you want into existence. In fact, you're not even able to see it. You're not able to see past, you know, you're not opening up. You're not broadening yourself. You're being a follower and not a leader. It doesn't mean that you're going to lead everybody all the time or that everybody should have a group of people that they're leading. No, that means that you should be able to at least lead yourself and guide yourself. But many people are not able to do that. So they end up becoming followers. Now, the Maiden of Swords is AKA the Page of Swords. Oh, come up here and get it. I think it's over there, honey, because I can't get up right now. Is it over there? I thought I already brought that back downstairs to you. Maybe on the bed somewhere. Yeah. Spirit guides, give me some clarity on the Maiden of Swords. Okay. See, the Sage of Swords is in the reverse position. So many of you are not using visualization. Even when it comes to your emotions, even when it comes to your emotional state of being or your mental state of being, the reason why you're having these mental problems is because you can't see past them. You can't see past your problems. If you can't see past your problems, then you can't ever see solutions and you won't have solutions. If all that it ever is a problem, hey, Happy Lux, greetings, greetings. If all you have is problems to focus on, how are you ever going to focus on the solution? You can't. You won't be able to see your way out because you're just stuck where you're at. Give me some clarity on the Sage of Swords. So your love reading, it looks like a lot of you are stuck. A lot of you are stuck either. I've seen a lot of people get stuck on that family stuff. Oh, whatever my family say, that's what goes or whatever, you know, and it's kind of like, not really. Okay. If guys, I strongly suggest you guys go and look at that movie called Acrimony. It just really, really shows you how, it just really shows you how the slightest, you can tell that there are some people in your family that they will try to have you programmed. Spirit, give me some clarity on why Sage of Swords reverse. See, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is in the reverse position. And the reason why is because people these days are not getting married anymore. People have totally given up. You feel as though, first of all, there's nothing wrong with loving somebody that is not perfect. You don't have to have somebody that's completely perfect and they did everything Pollyanna perfect. I went to school until I was 25. And then when I graduated, you know, and I did everything perfect and everything was perfect. Well, everybody's life is not going to be perfect. Welcome to the real world. There are many of us that are divorced. There are many of us that, are transitioning into the higher existence of our being. Exactly, Cora. Exactly. Nothing's sacred anymore like it used to be. Remember back in the day when they did not show us children being harmed in movies? Do y'all remember that years ago, back in the 80s, they would not show a child being harmed in a movie? And they did not start doing that until probably the late 80s to early 90s, and everything went to crap. Because people do not find anything to be sacred anymore. Okay. So let me pick up some of these cards, guys, and then we're also going to take a look at money, what Spirit's got to say about your money. Now, I'm here to tell you that if you can't learn to love yourself, get along with others, have a stable relationship, if you can't learn to do that, then I don't know where your money going to be at. I don't know where your money is going to be at, because usually responsible adults don't do things like that. Okay. Spirit guides, what messages do you have about money for everybody? What do you want everyone to know about their money and their finances? All right, let's cut the cards and bam. Ooh. Ooh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. Y'all didn't get no coin. Y'all got the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Wands reversed, and the 7 of Swords in the reverse position. Many of you have, first of all, the 10 of Swords represents some kind of generational curse, hex, negativity, a bad atmosphere. Corruption. Okay. The 8 of Wands in the reverse position, it tells me that many of you, again, the reason why things are not taking off looks a lot like you guys' perception. First of all, this 7 of Swords represents distrust, not being trustworthy. So if you can't be trustworthy, how are you ever going to have a trust fund? If you can't trust anybody and you don't have trust inside of you and you don't have morals, how are you ever going to have things? Only in the movies. Only in the movies can you manifest. And to be honest with you, being that there was no coins, and see, then this also represents a negative association as well. Some kind of negative association. Hanging around with the wrong folks. Law of attraction. You hang around negative people and all of your blessings are just going to bounce right the hell off of you. They're not going to get to you. So this is a negative association too. Spirit guides are feeling as though a lot of you associate yourselves with negative people. Negative people do not manifest. How are you going to manifest and you sitting around talking about what somebody don't have? You can't manifest sitting around talking about what a person don't have. I don't ever sit around and talk about people that don't have. If you don't have, then 9 times out of 10, I ain't got nothing to talk about and say to you. Why I gotta sit around and talk about somebody that don't have shit for? But you see a lot of people do it, and then they wonder why they don't have nothing. And you be sitting there like, well, you ain't got nothing. It makes no sense to me. Family values are just all screwed up. Spirit, show me give me some clarity on these 3 cards. I'm going to do some clarity on these 3 cards. I'm going to throw out 3 more cards. Six of Wands, the Death card in the reverse position, and the 10 of Pentacles reverse. So it was just like I was getting ready to say, there's some bad family traditions. There's some bad traditions. In general, what's wrong with people is that people are still trying to carry forth all of these bad generational hexes. So if it's a tradition, people want to make sure that that tradition is being followed. Rarely are people breaking the cycle. There's not enough people breaking the cycle. Then also with the 10 of Pentacles coming up reverse again, there are people that have a negative opinion about families. I saw a bunch of people, whenever you mention having a relationship, all of a sudden people are saying that, your husband is not into you and that your husband is into little children. So instead of us encouraging relationships, people are being hateful, vindictive, and literally with the 10 of Pentacles being reversed, it shows corruption of the family. So many of you are not going to eat. Why should you manifest anything and you don't even really have a family? How are you gonna? What are you manifesting something for? What are you just gathering resources just for the hell of it? So it's all about your need as well. What are your needs? Are your needs being met? Many of your needs are not being met. You don't feel complete. You don't feel stable. You don't have stable relationships. You don't. Many of you don't. A lot of people say, well, you don't either. It's like, well, neither do you. But at least my relationship is stable to where I know he's going to always be there. I know that for a fact. So I wouldn't be dealing with a situation to where I didn't know that he would always be there. Those are the expectations. Also, the expectations that you set for yourself is what you're going to get. I set very high expectations when it comes to the people that are in my life. So the Death in the reverse card represents where many of you are not. There's a lot of people that I feel in general, with the Death card coming up reverse, a lot of people are living in their past lives. So a lot of people are having past life transgressions that's coming up. And then also you're experiencing stuff. A lot of people are psychic mediums. So you can really, really see with the Death in the reverse position how a lot of people need to get it together. Everybody needs to take responsibility for their own energy. The 6 of Wands is in the upright position. So this is about having integrity. This is all about being a leader and not a follower. Many of you, because of your inability to be a leader, your inability to be a leader, many of you fall short and you lose out because you sort of go off, into these tangents, and you make bad decisions way too quickly. You allow other people to cause you to make snap decisions. Yeah, Tamaya, I can do animal readings. I would probably want to use my, you know that you can go to the website now, Tamaya, and you can request your readings, and you can choose which deck that you want. So my deck that has a lot of animals in it is the Wildwood Tarot. So you probably want to go to the website and request that deck. Yeah, guys. When you go to my website, you can actually, for the video readings. Now, if we do like a Skype reading, you can, you can put your, or just tell me what your preference is. But for video readings, you can choose which deck you want. So, yeah. But anyway, so I just think that a lot of you, your lives would change for the better if you would go ahead and grow up. Many people are stuck in their childhood. There's many people that are stuck in their childhood, reliving their childhood over and over and over again. Okay, there are some people that are doing that. And you know what? There are some people that spend lifetimes doing that same thing. A lot of you that are doing that in this lifetime, you did it in the last lifetime. And you probably did it in the lifetime before that. To where you just could not get past, and like I said, I haven't suffered from a lot of abuse, but I am still an empath. Okay, I am still an empath. So I still can empathize, and I can go through the same motions that you go through, or, whoever you are that this reading is for. So the death in reverse represents not being able to move forward, not being able to close the door. You got to be able to close the door on certain things and situations. Otherwise, you'll never be able to get past them. And as far as with money manifestation, a lot of you, y'all give up y'all blessings. Y'all throw your blessings in the trash. I have seen many, many, many people do that. It's also because the 10 of Pentacles represents stability and family, and a traditional family. Do y'all really think that a lot of the things with like swinging and all of that stuff, did y'all really think that that's what life was gonna really bring you? And I guess a lot of people thought that they could just, no, that lifestyle does not do nothing but bring you pain. A lot of people are into these lifestyles that are causing them problems. A lot of you are involved with these lifestyles of the rich and famous, but I mean, a lot of y'all need to let that go and leave that alone. Be yourself, be who you're supposed to be. I mean, everybody can take the risky road in the game of life. Hell, I like playing the game of life. I like playing the game of life. I really do. But when it, seriously, so anyway, that's going to do it for my full moon universal psychic reading for full moon in Capricorn. If you guys need spells done for the full moon, I am accepting people. Okay, to go on my for me to work with during the full moon. Full moon energy is very, very powerful, as you guys can all see. And you guys can see that I am manifesting energy. Not only am I manifesting a lot of energy, but I'm also manifesting and I am doing a lot of alchemy. So I've got a lot of energy to work with over here. Oh, thank you, Georgia girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, happy full moon to you guys. I'm gonna go because I got relaxing to do. I've been working. I've been sitting here working for the past couple of hours. So I'm tired. I'm gonna get off of here. Okay. All right. I will see you guys later, Raya. I'm about to go, honey. I'm sorry I can't answer your question. Okay. I'll see you guys later. Love and light and blessed be. Thank you for watching.